Hi guys, Rebecca here. Today is 10/9/2017. Date New Zealand is 10/10/2017. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. Had a really bad headache. But we're going to run over the quakes for yesterday. I'm going to do the deeper quakes and the larger quakes for yesterday, and then we're going to do the quakes for today. So the first quake we're going to start with is a 1.8, and it was 87 kilometers in depth. It was on the north side of Taupo. The next quake was a 3.4. Until we had a few of them going on here. And this is towards in between Mount Taranaki and Tongariro. That's in the Wanganui National Park. The next quake was a 3.9, and it was within the same area. The next quake was a 2.4, and it was 134 kilometers in depth. This was over here in the Cook Strait area. The next quake was a 6.2, and this was down here in the Bellamy Islands. The sideways view on that one. And that was, I believe, on the Transform Fault. The next quake was a 2.3, and it was 63 kilometers in depth. And this was back over here near Tongariro. The next quake was a 4.1. This was over here at Sudden area. And that's Clifford Bay. The next quake would be a 2.1, 112 kilometers in depth. And this is back here towards the beginning of the North Island, near Pekahina School. The next quake was a 2.8. It was 41 kilometers in depth. Not a biggie. But it was over here near Napier. This is Hawke's Bay area. And something I noticed a lot of times is when you get, like I'm going to say it, when you get a 2.8 on this side, you're going to get a 2.8 on this side. If you're going to get a 3 over here, you're going to get a 3 over here. I'm trying to figure this out, but that's what I'm noticing is like the 1.8 here, 1.8 here. Then you get 1.5 here, we get a 1.6 here, a 1.9 here, and a 1.9 there. Anyway, Next quake was a 2.1. It was 127 kilometers in depth. This was over here in the Tasman Bay area. The next quake that was deepish was at 1.8 and it was 108 kilometers in depth. It was also in the Cook Strait area. And now we'll move on to the quakes for the 10th. We'll start with a 2.4. This was down here near Leslie Hills again. Same place we had a quake the other day, which was over in this area, so we have one over here. And that's Hanmer Springs. The next quake was a 1.7. This was over here near Darfield. Let's see what this is. If we have a view here. Something being built over there. Not entirely sure what that is. And no signs. Anyway. Next quake was a 3.8. This was over here. This is near the South Taranaki Bight area, Cook Strait area. The next quake was a 2.2. That's near Tiki Tiki. And that's the Wai River there. The next quake was a 3.2. This was over here in the Cook Strait area, near South Taranaki Bight. The next quake was at 1.8. It was within the same area. The next quake was a 1.9. And this is near Tohia, Wanganui National Park. And this is the quake here. The next quake was a 2.9, and it was 222 kilometers in depth. And I'm keeping an eye on this 2.9, 222 kilometers in depth, and the 4.0, 188 kilometers in depth, which I'm watching. They could come this way down the west coast, or could go this way. But I'm also thinking swarms possible in South Taranaki area. You can tune into DUTCHSINSE for the forecast for the quakes for New Zealand. This one here has me concerned because 188 kilometers in depth added to a 4.0 can be a 5.8. So I'm more thinking swarms because this area here is volcanic. So it could be swarms of 3s or 2s. Next quake was a 1.4. And this is in Iwarangi Forest Park. The next quake was a 2.1. This is over here in the South Taranaki Bight area. The next quake was a 2.0. And this is Mount O'Connor. And that's Mount Williams there. The next quake was a 1.9. This is back over here near Kokora area. Conway Flat, Hundley. The next quake was a 2.9. This was over here East Coast, North Island, near Pangaroa and Mukuri. The next quake was a 2.2. This is near Mount McDonald and Mount Septon. This is Tahminini National Park. Next quake was a 1.7. This was in the Cook Strait area. The next quake was the 4.0, 188 kilometers in depth. And that's Wanganui National Park. And the next quake was a 3.0. It was 130 kilometers in depth off the end of the North Island. In the Bay of Plenty. And the last quake for the minute was a 2.0. And it was also off the end of the North Island near Torare. Anyway, you guys, please check out DUTCHSINSE for your forecast and updates. Please like and subscribe and help my channel grow. Thank you and much love.